I'm going to show you now how to navigate either the tortoise or the condor information in Google Earth. So if you chose the California condor, what you're going to do is you need to download the KML file. So over here, click download. And then down here, it downloaded, and now I'm going to drag it into Google Earth. And it's going to load up data points in Baja California. So I'm going to make that big, and I'm going to get rid of my tour guide here at the bottom of Google Earth. And now I have a bunch of data. What do these blue squares mean? What is this circle and the pink and the green? So one way that you can figure this out is over here. So right over here are our layers, our places. Sorry, layers are down here, but these are the places. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to uncheck, and all of that disappeared. Now I'm going to check it one by one. So if I click Condor 269 and all of a sudden the green pops up, that shows me the GPS tracking for Condor 269. And I can see that it's a breeding male, that they took this data point on March 26, 2011. The time and the latitude, the longitude, the altitude was 70. That means in meters. And it gives me a lot of information. So the GPS sent this information to the satellite to tell us where this condor was. All right, so here's this condor. Then over here, I'm going to click on Condor 403. And now, oh, it looks like the pink dots are Condor 403. One of the things that you can do is if you have it and you click something and it does something weird like that, it means you need to zoom in more because there are several data points here. And if you zoom in, you can see those individual data points for that one. All right, so what is this? This is another condor. This GPS data was taken here on March 29th, and latitude, longitude, altitude. All right, so I'm going to scroll back out, and now let's click the third condor. Oh wait, what's this next one? This shows me the national park. So you need to know where the national park is. And the national park boundaries are here, so you need to know this for the Condor Challenge. And then 321 here is in blue. So this is how you figure out the information for the condor. All right, but let's say you chose the tortoise. So what you need to do for the tortoise is you're going to download the tortoise KML, and then you can just click on it or drag it into Google Earth. And now the desert tortoise is up here in California, and we have all of these data points that look kind of confusing. So the best thing to do is go over here again to, this time we want the tortoise data, and I'm going to unclick it, and then I'm going to click one at a time. So the first thing here that pops up, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit, is I have these triangles, and each of these are a different tortoise they caught in the wild, they GPS tagged it, and then they released it. So tortoise 5524, 611, 610, 2233. If I go over here and I click 10 days, it shows me where those tortoises traveled in 10 days. So you can measure how far they traveled in 10 days or at 35 days. So these tortoises are not traveling very far in a month or 35 days. And then you can compare it to over here. So I can uncheck these. And now let's do the flat release. So we released a bunch of tortoises. We released them here. So we have several tortoises here. Looks like 3 down here and 2 up here, and we released them. So where do they travel in 10 days? All right, some of them are traveling pretty far. And at 35 days, all right, so in the flat areas, this is how far they traveled. And then the ones we released in the wash are in yellow. So clicking and unclicking data points helps us figure out and gather the data. So you need to gather numbers. How far did they travel? Where were they going? What do they like? What's their area? So use the polygon feature for their area. use the ruler feature for how far that they're traveling in the paths, and you learned how to do that with the panda. And you're going to make a claim for the challenge that you needed to solve. And so for the tortoises, the challenge was, where should we release the tortoises? Where do they like to live? For the condor, it was about the wind farm. And is the wind farm a good location to avoid condors? So you need to use number data to make your claim for your lab.